See Destiny Productions presents Power to Win with Dr. Valerie Daniels Carter. Expect a powerful half-hour broadcast that allows you to engage from the business world to the spiritual world, to be inspired and to be informed. Empowering, enlightening, mentoring, enriching. Like us on Facebook and follow us on YouTube and Instagram. Remember, you have the power to win with Dr. Valerie Daniels Carter.
So as you move forward, work with affirmation and understand affirmation comes from God. It comes from the Word of God. He affirms that which is correct or right concerning you. I'll paraphrase it. It says, in all thy ways acknowledge him or seek him or look to him for direction, and he will guide you or he will direct your path. In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he will direct your paths. Whatever you do, before you do it, seek him and allow him to tell you which road or path to take. Our topic tonight is quite interesting because when I initially began to, dive into this particular topic and begin writing this particular outline, I was not sure how I would correlate this theme. I knew the Lord had given it to me, but I didn't know exactly how the correlation would match our Series 3 topic. But as I began to research and understand, it became clearer and clearer to me that in order to make sound decisions, we must have good information and relevant details. Many times, information is really just right there in our face. It's accessible to us. But sometimes the issue is that some of us don't want to parse through all of the data and information it takes in order to create an effective plan or make the right or appropriate decisions. In many cases, the number crunching piece of trying to make sure you have all the information aligned properly is not our expertise. If it's not, don't feel bad. Grab somebody and say, look, I've got all this information. Help me make some sense out of it. I said, how does expect the unexpected relate to the danger of regression? So I had to first define regression and what regression or to regress really meant. And there are actually multiple definitions for it. One definition to regression defines it as the ability to return to a pattern of behavior or skill from the past. And that's a good definition. But tonight I want to focus on a second definition. What is regression? Regression is a statistical method that attempts to determine the strength and character of the relationship between one independent variable and a series of, one dependent variable and a series of independent variables. Let me say that one more time, because for me to really be able to get this into you tonight, you're going to have to understand. It is the attempt to determine the strength and character of the relationship between one dependent variable and a series of independent variables. What is a variable? It's a factor. It is something that is not a solidified piece. It moves. It can change. It is a fact that is inconsistent. It is almost likely always to change, and that's why it's called a variable. And that's not always bad. It's not always bad. No, in fact, the good news is because regression helps us to understand how to move forward with decisions, the variable, because it is not an absolute, helps us to understand how to do it. In your business and in your ministry, you must take time to analyze and look at the information and data that you have. A lot of times you must deal with number crunching, and that's where some of us say, okay, not going to do it. But I want to encourage you to do it. However, the real key is that you need to appropriately understand what the data or the numbers are saying, and then understand how to properly interpret the analysis created to do the assessment.
Well, I want to let you know you've asked for them and they are here. The Power to Win t-shirts. And you can go to my website at www.valeriedanielscarter.com and get your Power to Win t-shirts. Now we have two different t-shirts. We have a matte finish t-shirt for those of you that are, like me, conservative. And then we have a sassy t-shirt that has all this glitter and bling associated with it. For those women that, like to have a little bling bling in your life, or the brothers that want to have a bling bling. We have various colors, all sizes, and you can go to my website and get your Power to Win t-shirt. www.valeriedanielscarter.com. Why? Because you too have the power